What's going on, guys? So I just got back from New York City. I went to Bookoff, which is the store that I mentioned previously that sells, all these movies and Blu-rays, TV shows, books, video games, everything. So I really love the store, so I had to go back. So I got a few things. First up, I got the Fight Club Digibook. I did just get this recently at my local Goodwill. However, it didn't come with the slipcover. So I do have 2 copies of this now, but it was $2, so it was worth to get a second copy and then to get the slipcover with it because I really did want that. So there it is, right there. It's a really cool digibook, so I thought it was definitely worth getting it with the slipcover. Next up is The Cookout. I saw this movie a really long time ago. It's really funny, so $2 is really good for it because I usually never see it in stores or anything, so definitely worth finding it for $2 in an old Blockbuster case as well. All right, next up is another copy of Fight Club. So I thought this case looked really cool. Kind of looks like an old Xbox game. So yeah, I like to get a few copies of movies if they, if I already own it, if they have a cool case to it. So I thought this was definitely worth it for $2. All right, next up is Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion. So this has the episode with, Jet Fusion, and then it has 6 different episodes. So I thought that was really cool. I recently did just get the Jimmy Neutron complete series on Blu-ray, which was secondhand made by a guy who does Blu-rays and stuff. He makes his own, reformats them. So I thought that was really cool. So this is definitely a good addition. This doesn't come in Blu-ray. I don't think it was ever released. Neither was the show. So I think this was cool to get, though, just to add to the collection, because this was my favorite Nickelodeon show when I was younger. All right, next up is The Room. So this was a really cool find for $6, just the DVD. I do have the Blu-ray and the soundtrack, so this was definitely an amazing, amazing find. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I'm a huge fan of the Disaster Artist. I recently read the book, and I absolutely loved it. So this was really cool for $6 for sure. Instant classic. All right, next up is Gamer on Blu-ray. I did have this on DVD already, so I thought the Blu-ray was definitely worth it because it is visually really cool. A lot of people don't like this movie, but I really like it. I think it's really, let's just say, interesting, right? Because it's a really cool concept. It may not have been executed perfectly, but I mean, I'm still a huge fan of it. It's definitely watchable, so I might actually rewatch this pretty soon, especially because I just got it on Blu-ray. All right, next up is the Boondock Saints Steelbook. This is the DVD Steelbook. So I do already have this. So here is the copy that I already have. But the difference is this says Unrated Special Edition, and this says Deluxe Collector's Edition. So I thought that was cool because I'm pretty sure this is made by a different company. So see, it says Maple here. I'm guessing this is a Canadian release, not just because it says Maple. I don't really know exactly what country it's from, but it's definitely not America. So I thought that was really cool to find basically the same exact steelbook, but with differences up here. So, I try to collect all the different versions of Boondock Saints. So, I mean, for $2, even though it's beat up, definitely good to add to the collection. And speaking of Boondock Saints, I got the Boondock Saints 2 All Saints Day DVD steelbook. This one is just absolutely beautiful. I actually didn't even know this existed, so this was really cool to come across. Got some really cool artwork in here. We have the movie here, and then the bonus DVD right here with just a bunch of extra features, which is really cool. And it even comes with the slipcover too. And then that's the artwork on the back, which is so nice. I do like the first one the best, but the second one is really good still. So I like to collect all versions of this. So this DVD steelbook is actually really, really cool and a great addition to my collection. All right, last up of the movies is Iron Man. This is the DVD steelbook. I've been looking for this for a while because I really love the art. I like how it's embossed over here too, like this whole square, and even the lettering is. And this is the back. I just really love the artwork of this, so I was really lucky to come across it for $10. This is definitely in my top 3 favorite MCU movies, the first Iron Man specifically. So we got the disc 1 with the movie, and then disc 2 with all the special features. So definitely worth getting. Really nice. All right, and then last up is a record that I found there for $20, brand new, amazing deal. Baby Driver, the entire soundtrack. This is one of my favorite movies and definitely one of my favorite soundtracks to any movie ever. So to find this sealed for 20 bucks is really, really, really awesome. Amazing deal. And then you got all the songs on there. Every song on this entire soundtrack is just absolute gold, and it fits the movie so well. So I was definitely really lucky to find this for such a cheap price. And then also while I was in New York, I was there to actually see a concert for one of my favorite artists, Brock Berrigan. So I bought this record from him a while ago, and I just kind of like opened it up a little bit with an X-Acto knife, just enough so that he could sign it for me. So I met him, he signed it for me like he signed my other one. So that was a really, really nice thing to do. So yeah, I got The Narrows, which is one of his more recent albums, signed by him himself. So definitely a really, really cool thing to have. And on another note, I did just get in my Scott Pilgrim Japanese Blu-ray, if you saw my video last time. This is the only one that I needed to complete my collection, and now I finally have it. So this is just the slipcover for it. But on the inside, it does just look like this, where it's like the orange-red kind of background. So I thought that was a really, really nice cover, and it took me a long time to finally find this. So I did get it brand new, sealed, and now my collection is complete of my favorite movie of all time. All right, guys, so this was my haul from Bookoff in New York City, my favorite store of all time. I could spend hours in there. So I got some really cool stuff for some really good deals. So thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. I will be back with more. Have a good one.